Hi, this is Apurva Jaisamha and we are back on G4GST. There was a slight gap, but rest assured, you will see more of us now. We have entered FY23 and on what a high. The GST collections of March reached a record high of 1.45 lakh crores. Finance Bill 2022 got passed with both houses of the parliament, received presidential assent and became FINANCEACT effective from 1st April, bringing with it a galore of changes. But the month of March was also eventful for trade and industry. Notices were issued left, right and center both from income tax as well as GST department. While some alleged a 2A versus 3B mismatch, there were others which were alleging a short payment of tax. But what the industry was painfully unprepared for was a comparative analysis of the revenue reported in income tax and GST returns. Now, it is not brand new information that both these boards of the revenue department are in constant information exchange. They do this as a measure to prevent tax evasion, curb tax frauds, and ensure consistent reporting. But what happens if the numbers reported in income tax returns and GST returns have a mismatch? In order to understand that, first we need to know why there is a mismatch. The mismatch between both these returns can be because of two reasons. Firstly, there is an actual mistake in the returns filed. There is misinformation or there is some numbers that have never been reported. That could be the first reason. The second reason could be because of the inherent differences in both of these taxing statutes. So let's discuss these. So what if there is an actual mismatch or mistake that has happened in your reporting? So let us say you have filed GST returns up to March 2022 and forgot to report a couple of invoices, which you realized only while finalizing the income tax return of FY22. It's still time to course correct. You can still rectify, identify and report these revenues which have been missed in the GST returns, pay up the taxes due. Because in GST, late reporting is better than never reporting. Now, the next reason why revenues reported in both these returns do not match is because of the inherent difference in the taxing statutes. For example, GST deems stock transfers to be a supply. So revenue is reported in GST returns, tax is levied, paid, ITC availed on stock transfers. But none of these find a place in income tax returns, because of which revenue as per GST returns is significantly high when compared to IT returns. Boom, you get a notice there. On similar lines are transactions between principal and agent, which are deemed supply under GST. So when an agent makes sales on behalf of principal, he reports these invoices in GST returns, pays tax on behalf of these invoices. Yet, the only income of his, which is reported in the income tax returns, is the commission earned. So again, here we are, where significant numbers have gone into GST returns, but these numbers are not mentioned in income tax. So the IT department, upon exchange of this information, to them it looks like an assessee has paid a lot of GST but has not paid any amount of income tax on it, and vice versa. Now there are some suppliers who are into sale of exempted products or export products. Effectively, there is no GST liability on these supplies. And they are under a very flawed misconception and understanding that these numbers don't need to be reported in GST returns. So, despite the fact that they have a lot of turnover, they don't report any of these in the GST returns, whereas these several crores of rupees are reported as income earned in IT returns. Yet again, a significant mismatch between IT and GST. So, better late than never. We just closed FY22. As and when you identify if there are any differences, mismatches between your IT and GST returns, or if you identify there are instances of non-reporting or non-payment of tax as per your GST returns while finalizing your income tax, it's always advisable to pay. Course correct your non-disclosures before it's too late to justify and have a reason for it. So that was this video for you. We hope you liked and enjoyed it. Like, share and subscribe to G4GST in order to stay top of your tax feed. This video is brought to you by Filing Our, India's first financial services aggregation platform, We can connect you to a host of finance professionals for your tax compliance needs. Your compliances will be just a click away.